Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mills and I make videos about living in the Dominican Republic and a bunch of other stuff that I want to film. Today is Saturday and I won't get this video up today, but I hope you are having a great weekend or whatever day it is when I post this. Today I just thought I would do a little kind of like chit chat video as I'm getting ready, which I've never really done before, so we'll see how this turns out. Go easy on me. And this is not gonna be like a YouTuber like get cute get ready with me. As you can tell, I'm like already sweating because it's hot in here and I don't really wear makeup here, but I'll just do a little bit more because I want to chat about doctors in the Dominican Republic because a lot of people have asked me that, and I have a lot to say. That is Neutrogena Hydroblast gel and it feels like water when you put it on, and it's so refreshing and I love it so much, and it has sunscreen in it. Anyway, the doctors in the Dominican Republic, or the healthcare system is quite different than we're used to in the US, and I'm not going to talk about Canada because I don't live there, but I know that US and Canadian system is very different. But there's just like a certain standard of care, I guess, that you're used to. So I'm going to talk about it from my experience in New York and Arizona for medical care. Here is just so different. I'll explain. You literally like need to go to the doctor and set an appointment and then like sit there all day. So they don't take appointments here. Only like very specialists do, but even then a lot of them don't. So maybe some clinics or hospitals do, but all the ones I have been to, they do not. So you need to go, for example, in homes, we'll go there a lot if we need, because they have it's not just a hospital, they have like doctors who you can go and visit separately, cardiologists, neurologists, whatever. So you go in the morning, like there's a girl sitting at a desk, like a receptionist desk. You go in and you put your name down, like she writes your name on her notebook. They don't have computers or anything. And then she tells you like what turn you are in line and you just wait. I went to a neurologist here. Which I didn't actually see him, but I did go to his office, and I got there in the morning at like 9 a.m. and I did not see him. Well, I didn't see him at all, but he didn't show up to the office. Like he wasn't even there until 3 p.m. So you just sit on the couch all day, and you can't like, you can lose your spot. So you don't want to like leave and come back because then like your spot could be gone unless you like the receptionist says you can. All these like iffy ifs. If and or buts, I don't even know. So we went with my fiance last week because he's been having some like stuff going on and we're trying to figure out what it is, and we'll like go to the doctor, and I so wish I filmed this at home. So you go in and then they send you at the front desk, they'll tell you like 3 cardiologists you can go to. And then we went to the first one. They're away for the entire week. The office was like closed. Okay, so then you go to the next one on another floor and you put your name down. Then you go to another one and they tell you they're not taking any appointments. So you go back to the other one and they're like, okay, come back at 5. We saw the cardiologist, and then we were waiting for like an hour for him. Then he told us to go to neurologist, the one that I was gonna see. We went and signed our name on the list. She said come back in the afternoon, so we came back at like 4, and we got seen. The doctor showed up at like 7:30 and we got seen at 9:30, I think it was. So we were there for a long time. Luckily this doctor was awesome, and he actually like spent 30 minutes or so talking to us, so it was good. But like you had to do a few tests, and then they send you get the script to do the test. You see, luckily he has insurance, if it covers it, how much it covers, and then you have to pay. Then you go get the test in another building, and then they can't email you your results or anything like that. They need to, can't fax it. They need you to come back. So we had to come back, get his results, but they said, oh, we never printed them, so come back again. So we came back like 2 hours later, and they were like, oh, it's too late now. You have to come back on Monday. So we came on Monday, or we went on Monday, and they were like, oh, no, they never printed it. So they were like, come back tomorrow. I'm like, this is just insane, just to get like a piece of paper. Just like, let me print. Let me print it. I'll go to your computer and print it. That's fine. You really need to just be prepared if you're going to go to the doctor here to wait all day and maybe not even see the doctor, or have that doctor tell you, oh no, you need to go see this other doctor instead. So it's like it's really frustrating. And Holmes is one of the better hospitals in the country, so unfortunately it's not even like that good in other hospitals or clinics. Luckily in Holmes, like, you're probably going to see a good doctor, but what I have heard is that it's not like how good you are to get into this like top hospital. It's if you have money to buy a office within the hospital, then you get the office. It's not really like a test of how good you are. So there's a ton of different like neurologists or internalists, and hopefully through word of mouth you know which one you want to go to. But you just like walk down the hallway and there's like all these different doors, and each door has a different doctor in it. You go in and then the girl tells you to just sit there forever. Right when I moved here, I've had this problem for like literally years, since I was like 9. I played soccer competitively forever, so I was like really rough on my feet, I guess. But this is like a genetic problem, so it's not really has anything to do with soccer, I guess. But I have terrible ingrown nails on my, like, really cute, on my big toes. So I moved here, and like by the end of August, it was one of my left foot was so bad. I could barely walk. Anytime anyone was like near me, I was so scared they're gonna step on it. You couldn't, if you've had this and you've had really bad infected ones, you know that like even if you like touch it, like tap it, it hurts so badly. I can't even explain it. So I went to the doctor, and instead of like taking it out, he told me to come back and just gave me like a cream. And I was like, well, I already know this is not gonna help because I'm a doctor and everything. But the cream and the pills, and here you can just literally go into the pharmacy and get whatever pills you want, basically. Like if you want hardcore pain meds, you can pretty much go and get them, which is kind of nice if you have like an issue that you know what it is and you know what medicine you need. Say like a Z-Pack or something, like you know what it is, you just don't want to go get a prescription. That looks really bad. You can just walk in and get it at the pharmacy here. But I went back to him and I was like, you need to take this out. Like, it's infected and it's not gonna go away, and it's like growing through my foot. This is gross. And he did the surgery, and I'm dramatic and I hate needles, and he was like giving me all these needles and stuff in my toe. Oh, I can't even think about it. But like basically was on this like dirty cot, like no sheet or like the paper thing, nothing. Like it was dirty, and he kept like rummaging around in this drawer like around the corner. But we saw him. I made my roommate come with me when she was still living here, because I was like, I'm not doing this, like I can't do this alone, you need to come with me. He was like rummaging in this drawer, like all these tools that like did not look clean, and he's like taking out and using on my foot. I'm gushing blood. When I tell you gushing, like I filmed it and I will spare you because I'm not gonna put it up in here. Maybe I'll like insert a couple of pictures though. He literally like gushing blood. He had to bring the garbage can and like put it under, and there was like blood on the floor. I'm like, oh my god. And the room's just open, like there's no door or anything. There's like people walking around. I'm like, oh gosh. And I'm just like freaking out the whole time. And then he like stitched it, which was super weird. If you know this problem, you don't really like usually stitch the nail. So he took out my toenail, like, and then he stitched like the skin through the bottom of my nail. Wow, it was so bad. And then he was like, don't go to work for a week. But I was teaching and I just started and I didn't want to take days. We had like 6 days a year to take, so I was like, all right, I'll just go anyway. And I like taught with my foot on the desk. But wow, that was really bad. That was like my first experience with doctors here. And there are really good doctors. I don't want you to think that I'm saying like there aren't good doctors here. It's just like the system in general is really frustrating. Like you seriously need to devote like 2 weeks to getting things done, and the whole thing about like not making an appointment just drives me insanely crazy, because in my mind I'm like, it will help you. Like like, if you give your receptionist computers, because you go in the office and the doctors have like computers and everything, I'm like, if you get the receptionist computers or even her phone or something, like, just let people call and put their name in as an appointment, and then you know, that's that. People will come in later. And my fiance is always like, well, that won't work because people like don't like that, and they'll just like come in and try to cut. I'm like, well, then just tell them they can't, it's not their turn. Like, because they're already doing this like turn system, and I always see people like come in when the doctor is gone, like leaving in the last appointment, and they're like begging the receptionist to let her go in. And I just feel like there has to be a better system. I know that the receptionists and nurses and everything are very underpaid, so I don't know. I'm not like shitting on the healthcare here, like, as an American. I don't think it should be like America, that's for sure, because that's a whole nother mess. But I do like the fact that in the States you can make an appointment, at least. I wish I filmed last week in homes, because we were there for 9 hours. We went up and down levels, stairs, different offices, different departments, different little windows, whatever, all day. And they were like, go here, no, wait, no, you need to go there, and then you need to pay here first. No, you don't need to pay here first, you need to get the paper first. And then you go to get the paper, they're like, no, you need to pay. I'm like, wow, this is super fun. It's like a scavenger hunt when you're sick. Who wouldn't want to do that? Hey guys, so I'm editing this video right now in Brunch, the cutest cafe ever. It's seriously so cute. And I never stop talking. So I'm making this video into 2 parts. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. And the second part, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what happened when I went to a plastic surgeon here a couple weeks ago and how that consultation went. Not as expected, but it's funny. It's one of those things that, it's just a funny story. So part 2, watch that one. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you could hit subscribe, comment below. If you like it, please watch part 2. And just let me know what you think about your experiences with healthcare here versus where you're from. And again, just a lighthearted video about my observations, and I am not in charge of anything, and I think that there are a lot of good things about healthcare here and a lot of things that can be improved as anywhere else. All right, thank you for watching. Part 2 is coming up next.